Good morning, everyone. My name is Saransh Khandelwal, and the title of this presentation is An Epidemic Model of Social and Political Campaigns on Twitter. I have done this project under the supervision of Professor Aravind Rautre at IIT Kharagpur. So I'll start with the objective and motivation part. So there were few questions which struck in my mind before I started this particular project. First was, can a social signal or a political signal be modeled as an epidemic disease model? Second was, can we perceive social signals like news and tweets as public opinion? Can we find out rise and fall patterns of social campaigns or social signals on Twitter? And how can we use Markov chain Monte Carlo based statistical approach to solve differential equations of epidemic models? So there are basically two major objectives of this work. First was to do the epidemic modeling of social signals, and second is to compare the propagation of social signals. Coming to the literature review part, so traditionally epidemic modeling is used to model the outbreak of diseases like flu, measles, influenza, and cancer. But nowadays, researchers are also using epidemic modeling to quantify the popularity of hashtags on Twitter, to detect the rise and fall patterns of information diffusion across YouTube, Twitter, and in form of Google query also, to explain the adoption and abandonment of OSNs, particularly Facebook. But as far as our knowledge, none of work focuses on modeling of political campaigns in Indian subcontinent. So we have collected data for particularly two social campaigns, which are Article 370, stripping of Article 370, and second is enactment of CANRC law or act. So we have extracted these two social campaigns from Twitter with the help of Getall Tweets library and Tweepy library by forming the query parameter of CA or NRC and Article 370. And we have extracted around 35,731 CNRC related tweets and 14,000 Article 370 related tweets. Coming to the methodology and experimental setup part. So first thing is extraction of tweets from Twitter. Then we have plotted those number of tweets with respect to dates. To remove the further inconsistency in the plot, we have also applied Gaussian smoothing with standard deviation of 3. And to get the exact epidemic period, we have also done the thresholding at peaks of plus minus 10% of the maximum value. After this, we will get the process data. And on this process data, we have applied differential epidemic modeling models with the help of deterministic approach. So this, by deterministic approach, I mean peak matching approaches and minimizing the squared error approaches. These approaches are not very robust. So I have used, instead of deterministic approach, I have used a statistical approach with the help of Markov chain Monte Carlo simulations on the process data itself using uniform prior. So now coming to the experimental setup part, the first model which I have used is SIR model, which is a pretty popular model. SIR stands for susceptible, infected, and recovered. Here we have to solve these three partial differential equations, del S by del T, del I by del T, and del R by del T. So the most important question is here, how a social signals is related to disease. So we can understand this by the fact that the spread of social signals is also analogous to the spread of a particular disease like flu or influenza. First, some users are going to tweet about a particular social signals. Then a particular group of users are going to comment on it or retweet on it or share that particular tweet. This phase is called the infection phase. And after some time, users will start losing interest in this particular social signal, and that phase is called the recovery phase. So here for this SIR model, there are two parameters which are beta and gamma, and we are going to find the expected value of these parameters with the help of MCMC simulations. The major drawback of this approach is it does not take into account that recovery also spreads infectiously as users begin to lose interest in the social network. So we have modified this particular SIR model a little bit so that we can overcome this drawback. We have also connected reversely the recovered population to infected. By this I mean in the del R by del T equation, I have also multiplied recovered population with the infected populations, which was not done in the case of SIR model. So in this also there are two parameters. First is the contact rate, which is beta, and the second is nu, which is infectious recovery rate instead of recovery rate in the case of SIR model. Here also same thing, we will apply MCMC simulations on these differential equation to find out the expected value of beta and nu with the help of uniform priors, which are as shown in the screen. So coming to the results part, our first social signal was scraping of article 370. So this particular curve, I have plotted the number of tweets versus dates for article 370 tweets. So we can see that the complete time frame is not epidemic. The epidemic time period is shown. Epidemic time period is shown between the dotted lines only, and these lines are drawn by thresholding at plus minus 10% of the maximum value. And we are going to apply the SIR epidemic model and SIRI epidemic model on this particular time frame only. So after applying these models, I have found out the expected value of beta and gamma are 0.646 and 0.456 respectively for SIR model. And on the rightmost side, we can also see the final output of the SIR model as a solid black line, and the dotted line is the tweets frequency. Similarly, for SIRI model also, the expected value of beta and nu are 0.141 and 6.682 respectively, and these are also found out with the help of MCMC simulations. Here also the solid line denotes the SRI model output. We can easily see that the SIRI model is more accurate and more robust model than SIR model, and it is fitted most appropriately with the tweets frequency curve. Similarly, for the amendment in CNRC bill also, the complete time frame, which is 1st July 2019 to 31st December 2019, is not epidemic. The time frame between 23rd November 2019 to 31st November 2019 is epidemic, and these and that is between these two dotted lines, which are drawn by thresholding at plus minus 10% of maximum value. Here also we have found out the expected value of beta and gamma, which are 0.395 and 0.277 respectively for SIR model, and for SIRI model, the values are 0.097 and 6.501 respectively for beta and nu. As same as article 370, the solid line denotes the models output, which are SIR and SIRI. We have also done the comparative study. So for SIR model, with the smallest value of contact rate, propagation of CNRC is slowest and its contact time is the highest. We also got the similar results in SIRI case also, because here also the contact rate is minimum for CNRC, and expected rate at nu, which was the infectious recovery rate, is also minimum for CNRC. One important thing which must be noted here is that the value of infectious recovery rate, which is nu, is of mathematically higher order than the recovery rate gamma. So coming to the discussion and conclusion part, first is the causality. So social signals affect the movements of Indian markets also. So this analysis was the rise and fall patterns of the social signals was very important to do. Second thing is, we have found out the expected values of parameters of this epidemic models like beta, gamma, and nu by MCMC Metropolis Hastings algorithm. This approach can be extended to other social signals also to get more robust analysis. And with some modification, it can be extended to predictive analysis also. These are the research paper that I have used. Thank you very much. I am open to questions now.